Previously at the STIHL Timbersports World Championships.
Good Abend, good evening, Stuttgart.
The Chopperoos blazed the fastest time in the time trials.
Boy, can anybody take down this incredibly strong Australian team?
And they continued their run through their elimination heat with a win over Belgium.
A little hookup, but they've got such a lead at the moment, it's not going to make much of a difference.
Their biggest rivals, Canada and the Czech Republic, also mowed down their competition.
The Czech Republic with a clear lead, and they are through.
And the United States and New Zealand stayed in touch with the rest as we head into the quarterfinals.
New Zealand, the runners-up from last year, really want to win it this time and take the overall.
So, will the Chopperoos stand on the podium again with 3 consecutive titles? Stand by to find out. The overseas teams are all delivering times in the early 50s, while the European teams are still trying to break the magical 1-minute mark. It looks like there are some really interesting matchups for the quarterfinals, with the Chopperoos taking on the home favourites, Germany. From now on, it's a sudden death knockout contest. In the first heat, it's Great Britain up against Team Czech Republic.
So if I chop like I can and other guys do what he can, will be good for us.
If we can get up to the semis, that's an achievement in our eyes.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
It's all or nothing for these teams now, because being knocked out means you're out of the contest entirely, and otherwise you move on to the semifinals. Good start for both of these teams, but it looks like the Czech Republic is slightly ahead of Great Britain on the underhand chop. Martin Komarek, who was runner-up in 2014 on the underhand chop for the Czech Republic. A quick little step up, but he keeps going, and the flow is looking good for him. On the British side, they step up as well. Oh my goodness, and it's almost dead even at the underhand chop, moving over to the single buck. A pretty hectic flow for the Czech Republic. Nice and smooth for Team GB, though. And they get through pretty even now. We come over to the standing block. This is going to be the decider for one or the other team to move to the semifinals. Glenn Penlington for Great Britain. Jan Holub for the Czech Republic. Jan Holub almost through. One final blow here for him. And Penlington on the other side. Oh, Jan Holub is through before Penlington. Penlington has to keep pumping away. And Martin Komarek is stoked for Team Czech Republic. They will move on to the semifinal. Disappointment for the British side.
Is the team of the Czech Republic.
Once again, the nice clean cut by Jan Kamir on the stock saw. And we see Chadley and Komarek almost equal on the underhand.
Next up, it's Sweden against Canada. The Canadian team is a strong contender for the title, and they believe the key to their success is their team spirit.
And a lot of us have been together on this team for 3 or 4 years now, so we're all awesome friends. And I think we've got one of the best team chemistries of anybody in the world.
You get so excited when they're shouting, and yeah, it's perfect.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
Canada versus Sweden. Canada the clear favorite in this one. Second best time in the last round. And they are quick through the stock saw. And Marcel Dupuis already on the underhand chop, using that big frame of his and moving over to the other side quickly. Sweden now finally moving over to the other side. Advantage for Canada at the moment, but Sweden coming on strong. And Marcel Dupuis is through, and now we have Sterling Hart on the single buck. This is a discipline which he really likes. likes and excels at. And Sweden finally making their transition to single buck. Long strokes by Sterling Hart. He is through, and now we move over to the standing block chop. Nathan Cumberland taking over there. Sweden still working on their single buck and finally get through, but Nathan Cumberland making a quick time of it, 52.84 for Canada. They move to the semis. Long time coming for Sweden. They finally get through in 107.84.
I think it's a great time. We've made it to the next race, so that's our game plan. Try to advance to every race possible.
In the next two quarterfinals, it's Germany facing the defending champions, the Chopperoos, in a clash of the Titans with Team USA against New Zealand. Welcome back to the STIHL Timbersports Team World Championship 2016, where the USA and New Zealand face each other on the deck. After getting their strength up, the Americans are ready to do battle. Their opponents, three-time world champions, New Zealand.
Every year we try to come out and just put the best foot forward you can, and we try to go for the gold.
Quite a pleasant surprise to see the two young members of our team come through with really good performances in training, so we're really excited at the possibilities of what we can achieve as a team together.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
Here we have two very strong teams, both of them contenders for the title. The United States against New Zealand, both of them starting strong on the stock saw. Both of them pretty clean, a slight advantage, ever so slight advantage for New Zealand on the underhand chop, but the States is very strong here on this discipline. New Zealand did step off there, and the States look like they're catching up. They're through first and now have the advantage going to the single buck. Jason Wynyard waiting with his back to competition, though. Strange.
It was hard for me because I couldn't see the underhand come off, and I kind of relied on a start, and I didn't get a proper start, and then really messed my rhythm up for the whole cut.
Will this be a deciding factor? Jason Wynyard and Arden Kogar, the veterans on single buck, and both of them incredibly strong. Arden Kogar through, and he is pumped because he knows they have a chance to eliminate an incredibly strong Kiwi team as they move over to the standing block. Jason Lenz absolutely demolishing that block. It looks like they're going to have a great time as well. The U.S. versus New Zealand, and there's the final blow by Jason Lenz. Fantastic time, 52.03, and that is a national record. Look how happy the U.S. is.
This is my 7th year competing as a member of Team USA. It's the first time we've ever beat New Zealand. I am so proud of these boys.
Matt put in a great underhand, the stock sawyer. Matty was great. Jamie did what he had to do, and I finished it off, man.
So with last year's runner-up New Zealand now out of the competition, it gives the Chopperoos some breathing room and shows just how cutthroat this format can be.
No mistakes. Yeah, come on.
Now they have the home favourites, Germany, up next. Germany will really have to have the local crowd behind them in this heat if they're going to win against the defending champions, the Chopperoos.
I think, if we can go in and just do everything right and make no mistakes, we'll certainly be somewhere close to the top of the, top of the podium.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
Germany, Australia, and they're off. Stock saws looking good for both of these teams. Stefan Odvarka for Germany, and now they move over to the underhand chop. Unbelievable. Look at how quick Australia is on that underhand chop. That is amazing how fast those blows are coming, and they take a distinct lead here, moving over to the single buck. Dirk Brown finally getting his start on single buck, but they're so far behind. Big disadvantage for Germany at that point in the competition, and now moving over to the standing block. Australia with a super solid lead. Germany still on single buck, and Australia is going to get through with a great time. Let's see how this ends for the Australians. 51.04, great time. Germany is getting there, but it's going to be out of competition for them. A great effort, but not quite enough today. A time of 1:01.70. What a performance by Australia. They secure the last free spot in the semifinals.
They've got the hometown advantage, so it's good to beat them there. And we're just getting fired up now for this final, so look out.
The semi-finals, it's Australia against the Czech Republic, and Canada meets the United States. With solid opponents in the Czech Republic, can Australia win and make the finals? Find out after the break.
Boys want to go to the original plan and just run the same team right through to the final. And there's a thought of maybe switching Mitch out to give him a rest, but the wood's so soft that he's only going to get quicker and quicker. Jimmy's back on the stock saw, Brad's on the single, Braden on the underhand, and Mitch on the standing block. Lawrence has decided to sit this one out. He knows that these boys can definitely go for that world record, 3 shots at the world record, and hopefully a win as well.
The defending champions, Australia's Chopperoos, enter the stage once more to take on the Czech Republic in the first semi-final.
We'll certainly be going out there to defend our title. You know, we've got a great team, really good bunch of blokes. Some of the younger guys this year are a little bit more experienced. In team event, we have nothing much special, but what I must say for sure, it's this year we are the strongest ever.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
Australia against the Czech Republic, semi number 1. Jamie Head for Australia on the stock saw, looks super solid getting through, and it's a good even start for Braden Meyer and Martin Cormorek on the underhand chop. Braden Meyer, however, is one of the quickest axemen out there. He is so fast with that axe, and he gets through that block so quickly. Wow! Amazing time for Australia.
What can happen is like some mistakes or disqualification, so you have to go on your maximum every time.
Martin Cormorek's axe got caught in the block. That cost time. They're about 6 seconds behind now. And Brad DeLosa for Australia working through that single buck very cleanly. Meanwhile, the Czech Republic frantically trying to catch up. And the Australian team has already moved over to standing block. Now they're both on standing block, but Australia already on the other side of their standing block. A quick catch and a final blow, and Australia is through with a new world record of 46.91. The records are falling fast and and furious here in Stuttgart.
Yeah, I think so. You know, we're looking for a really big one in the last round. That was great to get the win there and set a new world record, but we'd really like to go out and you know, take a little bit of time off that last run.
Yeah, it feels awesome, but the job's not done yet. It's nice to get the record, but we've got to get the win. That's the most important thing for Australia.
You cannot lose against Australia because they are pretty strong guys, and in Australia so many good choppers, so they will bring every year the best guys in the world.
And the winner of this heat is Team Australia.
Australia have their target in sight, but who will meet them in the grand final, Canada or the USA? It's always a great contest when these two teams meet each other.
In respects to Team Canada and the team competition, we'd love to take home a gold medal.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
It's another North American battle, the Canadians versus the USA. Evenly matched, both these teams. Canada with a slight advantage moving over to the single buck. And look at that, Sterling Hart is through quick on the single buck, and we move over to Nathan Cumberland on standing block for the Canadians. Jason Lenz for the USA, however, is a big man with a fantastic record on the standing block. But look at this, Nathan Cumberland gets through before Lenz. That is a fantastic time for the Canadians. This battle created 2 new national records.
A new Canadian record, we're thrilled. That was a great cut from us, but we're gonna need more than that if we want to take down Australia.
I think they came out a little bit ahead in the stock saw and just kept the lead all the way through till the end.
Winner of this heat is Team Canada.
The Chopperoos will meet Canada in the final. Who will take the glory and the World Championship title? Find out after the break. Getting serious now in the Porsche Arena in Stuttgart. Fighting for bronze, it's Team Czech Republic against Team USA. Will the Czechs pull off a surprise, or will the Americans regain their composure?
I think with our team put together, we should be on the podium for sure. Many people think we are closer to overseas guys. It's hard to say, you know, the times is getting better, will be closer. But still you need a bit luck because the guys are very high level.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
And the battle for third place. The consolation final begins between the USA and the Czech Republic. Both of them strong. We saw a fantastic performance from the US with a new national record. The Czech Republic now moving on to the underhand chop with Martin Komarek, doing a great job moving to the other side of the log, slightly ahead of the USA. Let's see if they can hold on to that. Wow, it's almost dead even heading over to the single buck. There's Arden Kogar with his big, long, smooth strokes. Meanwhile, the Czech Republic, they've got that frantic stroke. Oh my goodness.
He put everything what he can. You know, if you go too fast, too strong, sometimes you move a little bit other way the saw, and then again, then happening.
With that cookie breaking off, Team Czech Republic has to reset, and that is going to kill their time. That could be the contest for them. Meanwhile, Big Jason Lenz on the standing block is making short work of that thing, getting lots of support from the back end. A thread holds that thing on as he gets one final blow, and that does it for the US 53-77. They're going to take third place overall.
Bronze medal, we'll take it. We wanted that gold. Daggone it. 2017, here we come.
US guys was this time with us on same level, so maybe we could win, but we did one mistake. You must put everything in, and then you are lucky or not.
And winner of the bronze medal is Team USA!
With the final heat upon them, there is nothing left to do for the Chopperoos except have a clean cut and win against Canada. Will the Chopperoos make it 3 in a row? Their opponents, Canada, have had a great run, and this is now the climax of the competition.
It's nice to get the record, but we've got to get the win. That's the most important thing for Australia.
God's really blessing us. We're pulling together well, and whatever the result is of the next race, we'll be happy with it.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
This is the big one, Canada versus Australia. They've battled each other once before in 2014. Will Canada do it this time? Great job on the underhand chop right now by both of these teams. Big Braden Meyer for Australia is so incredibly quick, but Marcel Dupuis is no slouch. Braden Meyer already through. Advantage goes to Brad DeLosa and Team Australia, but Sterling Hart is not going to give up. Great long strokes by both of these veterans. And look at that, Brad DeLosa is through, giving a distinct advantage to the Australians. It's coming down to these last few blows. Nathan Cumberland there in the background working hard, and he is over to the other side. Meanwhile, Mitch Argent gets one final blow, and that's it for Australia. And it's a new world record, 46-45. Holy smokes, folks. Wow, Canada again with a great time, 50-03, but the Australians are the new world champions in the team competition.
And the winner of the World Championship 2016 in Stuttgart. The world champion this year is the Team Australia!
So the Chopperoos can add another notch to their belts as they take the title of the STIHL Timbersports Team World Champion for the 3rd time in a row. That's the trophy that's going back down under for another year.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable feeling to win that with all your mates and to break the world record. It's a good feeling.
Big Braden Meyer for Australia is so incredibly quick. Advantage goes to Brad DeLosa. Mitch Argent gets one final blow, and that's it for Australia. And it's a new world record, 46-45.
Canada take the silver.
Feels amazing. We wanted to be on the podium, and we made the podium, and we got silver. It's an amazing feeling.
Bronze goes to Team USA.
To come out the bronze, that's great. And I know we're going to put our homework in and come back next year and hopefully come back even stronger.
All of the teams come back out onto the stage to join the prize-giving ceremony and congratulate the winners, the victors of the STIHL Timbersports Team World Championship 2016. We've come to the end of this year's intercontinental battle here in Stuttgart. Join us next year as the Chopperoos aim to go back-to-back for their 4th consecutive title in Lillehammer, Norway. Right here on the home of the original extreme sport, STIHL Timbersports.